Hey guys, it's Al with Longoria House Dog Training. Hey, it's good to see everybody. I was out with a cold for a little bit over a week and didn't have my voice, didn't feel horrible, but man, I was really excited to get back to you guys and to start doing these things again. So, hope you're doing well. For those of you guys who do not know who I am, my name is Al Longoria. I am a dog trainer in Houston, Texas, and my dog training company helps families raise happy and reliable dogs. So I like to do these little talks, and today what I'm going to be talking about is repetitions are not enough. So I've got my notes right here. Want to go over just a few things with you guys in the next few minutes. So, as far as repetitions go, the first thing that I want to talk about before I kind of throw reps under the bus is it's important to have good technique. You really also want to set your dog up to allow them to think. And even though when you're doing your repetitions and you're helping your dog and they're getting into it, leadership means to help them, but it doesn't always mean to do it for them. And that's more important. One little kind of side topic that I want to talk just for a second is the more that you lead the dog, like if you're constantly leading them, then the more that they're going to become dependent on you. And the more that you allow them to figure out what it is, the more that they can actually take ownership of that behavior. So here's the thing, okay? It is important to lead, and repetitions do matter. But in a singular kind of training and teaching your dog thing, the emotions are really where it's at. So those emotions, the choices that your dog makes really are going to lead to the learning. So I just want to kind of go over some basic emotional stuff. If you or I and your dog do anything and it's followed by pleasure and it's followed by comfort, our brains will tell us, do these things more. The other things that our brains do, the same thing that in the dog's brain, is that if you feel frustrated or if you feel uncomfortable, then you tend to stay away from those things. So, pleasure and comfort, you get more of that. Frustration, being uncomfortable, you're going to get less of that. So, whenever you're doing your training, whenever you're really starting to try, like let's say you're starting leash walking, okay? Get the dog on your left hand side. That's the rep part. But then when you get the dog on the left and they're actually in the position looking up at you attentively, make the emotion and the pleasure and comfort last. Even if they come out of it, get them back in with another rep and then begin to show the dog how pleasurable and comfortable it is to sit by your left hand side. Okay? You want to make it really comfortable and pleasurable to be right. You want the dog to have that thought, hey, how do I do this again? Okay. Now, it's also important when we're dealing with emotions that it's okay to frustrate your dog. A lot of times, after I've shown the dog that, hey, sitting by my left hand side is really amazing and it's really comfortable, when they're not in that position that I'm talking about, I'm going to withhold the reward. And I'm also going to not give them any voice commands when I'm doing that, frustrating them to get to do, frustrating them a little bit. And the reason that I want to frustrate them is to get them to think, hey, what do they want me to do? And if they happen to stumble upon it, or if they figure out that, man, they wanted me to sit and look up at them, and then you make them feel pleasurable again, and you didn't say a thing, they're really going to become, responsible and really understand that that's important to you, even when you don't ask. Okay. Now, it's also important as you're going through your training, it's good to draw clear but firm boundaries. Okay. So, like in your stay work, the way that we do it and that it works very well is we teach the dogs to get on their bed and we teach them to lay down. But I also teach them that if they come off and nobody asked you to, that there's going to be a wall of pressure. That could be the leash, that could be your body blocking them from going any further. And then that presence and that pressure of the leash actually doesn't go away till they get all the way back on. And it is important that you stand really firm where those boundaries are. But then inside of those boundaries, the edge of the bed or the dog, or maybe being by your side, that there's grace for the dog to be able to figure out, hey, what do you want? One kind of leadership technique that I want to give you that to make this stuff practical It's when your dog is trying to figure something out and you are intentionally frustrating them, but they're inside of the boundary of where they should be. If in 30 seconds they haven't figured out what it is that you've been showing them, go ahead and help them out. Go ahead and get your food out. Bring it to their nose. Go ahead and gently use your leash to move them back to do the thing that you want them to do. And then remind them of how wonderful it is to do that thing. Well, guys, hey, that's all I've really got today. But it's so good to see you guys again. I've missed doing these, but thank you so much for watching it if you've made it all the way to the end. We love you. We want to help you and your family. If you have any questions, just leave those in the comments below. Again, my name is Al Longoria with Longoria House Dog Training here in Houston, Texas. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.